This packaging is so weird. I don't even know how they got away with this, because this is a pretty cure character. Hello everybody, and today I'm going to talk about a strange item I found on eBay. So like a lot of girls around my age, I grew up with Sailor Moon. And some people who are like 13-year-olds on Tumblr claiming they grew up on Sailor Moon, which makes no sense. But I found something really strange on eBay when I was looking for Crescent Moon wand stuff. I found something really strange on eBay when I was looking up Sailor Moon Crescent wand, Sailor Moon Moonstick, etc. and stuff. Because there's some releases that I miss out on, but I usually keep up with that on places like SailorMoonMerchandise.com, Moonsticks, and whatnot. And I came across a bootleg Sailor Moon wand. It was cheap, so I decided to go ahead and buy it and see what it was like. And so here's the wand after I altered it. And what I did was I basically took out the sound wire, which I'll tell you about how to do later. I added 4 of the jewels, but the only thing I haven't done was take out that green piece in the center and replace it with the magenta colored one. This design is based on the wand from that bizarre live action Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon that came out in around 2000, 2001. When I was younger, I was like, oh, this is pretty strange. And now that I'm older, I'm just like, ugh, this is just bizarre. I don't want to see this ever again. But since Sailor Moon Crystal is out, this makes for a really good cosplay prop or a collector's item. And it's really pretty because it has faceted pieces like this. It has like faceting, like it's carved out of real crystal, despite being plastic, of course. Can't see the wiring, but it's no big deal. And of course, this part right here needs to be altered, but it's no biggie. Originally, it came in this packaging, which is obviously not Sailor Moon packaging. As you can see from right here, this, I don't know what this says. I really don't. And it said this is made by Weijang Toys. And that is certainly not Bandai, which makes the official Sailor Moon goods. And I can't read this language, so this is anyone's guess what this says. And another noticeable trait about this is it came with a nice butterfly slime thing hair clip. Tacky comb. I guess they were trying to channel Sailor Venus with the orange and the hearts. It came with a little hat, which I guess that fits because of how gaudy the outfits were in the original Sailor Moon series, because it was taking place during the early 90s. And if you want to be extra tacky, some fake press-on nails. Don't know how the heck you would glue these on without any glue, as it provides no adhesives. What else? And whatever the heck this thing right here in the center is. Which looks like just a piece of cardboard they just wasted some time and money on. And I'm not sure, but this is a pretty cure character. I'm not really up to date with a lot of anime. I'm like behind. I'm stuck in the 90s. And the last one I watched that was somewhat current, but not really, is Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. And as you can see, there's a comparison of how the wand looks like when it's off and how it's supposed to look like when it's on. This is not very accurate because the official one, it lights up yellow, which is nice and all, but we'll see. And it has some random little mouse dude right here and some other stuff. Like I said, the official one lights up in a yellow color with yellow lights, but this one, it lights up in rainbowy colors. Well, not exactly rainbow, it's like red, blue, green, but still, it's colorful and it's prettier than the official one in that aspect. And since this thing has flashing lights, I can't look directly at it, so flashing lights. See, it lights up in a variety of colors, which is pretty awesome, and it looks more magical than just turning plain yellow. As I mentioned before, what I did was I took out the sound wire because I had to go in there with these little screws right here with the screwdriver and take them out. So it's kind of raggedy and sharp right here because the screwdriver was not having it, and it took me longer than it should have to take these screws out and get to the wire to snip it off. Sounds that it made were not licensed sounds, which is the most interesting thing about this item, and we'll get right to that in a moment. Anyway, continuing on with our bootleg Sailor Moon wand, here it is again in our packaging. With some random character. Really, who is this? Could someone please tell me? I'm honestly really curious. So let's open it up and check it out. Ugh, hope I don't chip my nails. Just did them the other day. Okay. Alright, thankfully that was surprisingly easy. So here we have our useless piece of cardboard. And we have Sailor Jupiter's ever-famous hair tie. Sailor Venus' favorite hair comb. And somebody's random ugly hat. And let's not forget a pair of acrylic press-on nails that gives my nail art a run for its money. And to the wand. Again, here is the wand. This one, it's a little shaky right here. You see the moon? Shakes a little bit. Then get this to the bootleg. That's only around $30 shipped on eBay. They can't expect much quality from that. Back where the sound comes out, the cute little star shape. Not sure if the official one has a shape like that or not, as I do not own that one. The front, the telltale sign of the bootleg, the green circle. Because funny enough, on the packaging it has a dark pink one. Or is that red? As seen here, it's completely different. And you press this button right here to make noises. And it requires 2 AA batteries, which I will proceed to put in. I'm guessing the original one, the actually licensed one, makes sounds for Usagi's Moon Twilight Flash Attack, but this thing gives you nursery rhymes. So if you're cosplaying as Sailor Moon at a little kindergarten or daycare, you're in luck with this item. Whoa, that's not expected. That's quite appropriate. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. And it basically just plays in a loop like this for about 16 songs or something like that. I don't know. Either way, they're all horrible. But there you have it, the bootleg Sailor Moon wand. And if you don't want it to play these noises, if you're cosplaying as Sailor Moon, Princess Serenity, Queen Serenity, etc., you can always open up this back right here and take out the sound wire. And I will throw up an image of how to do that in just a sec. asked a cosplayer how they did this and they ignored me, which was so nice of them, so I'm going to tell you how I did it. So after you've taken out all 4 screws along with the 2 screws for the gold band part, gently open the wand a little. Don't do it all the way or else it may break. See the wire that's circled next to the arrow? Only stick that one part connected to the metal disc, nothing else. Once you've carefully done that, close it back up with the on-off switch carefully back in place. And if you want to use this as a cosplay prop without alternate sound wire, you can always try to put your hand over a little star speaker shape right there, but it doesn't really work too well. Or you just have to have a really good sense of humor to pull it off. Or just say you're a children's story time teller. Whichever floats your boat. As I said, it's kind of bizarre, but on eBay it's only around $30 or so. And it's a lot cheaper than what the official one from Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon live action is going for, which is around $200 on eBay. And honestly, it's not that pretty a wand. I prefer the one from the anime. And this is also a good replacement for the one that's in Sailor Moon Crystal, its first season. If you want to add a piece to your collection, it's also good for that. Like I said earlier, I'm a fan of Sailor Moon, so I have quite a few things collected from the recent surge of merchandise they've been releasing over the past 2 years or so. So I'm going to do a few reviews on the cosmetic props I own, like the compacts and the perfume, as well as the Propicas and the Moonlight Memory series, such as Sailor Neptune's Mirror and Star Locket, both the pink and a gold version. Anyway, I'll see you around my next video and look forward to those in the future. Later!